Hello Indie Warriors, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and welcome to I Dream of Indie Games. My name is OldGamer Joe, and we aren't done with 2024 yet, because today I'm bringing you the 15 hottest indie and AA releases for the week of December 2nd through the 6th of 2024. Make out your wish lists and check them twice, because not a single one of these indies has been naughty, they all look nice. As always, we thank you so much for supporting independent content here at the channel. Be sure to like the video, subscribe, and consider heading over to patreon.com/idreamofindiegames to help fuel the fight for indie visibility. You'll gain Discord access, early ad-free shows, shoutouts at the end of every single video we produce, and more. But best of all, you'll be supporting indie visibility. Your new indie gaming community is waiting for you. Alright, why don't we make it 16 games this week? Why, you ask? Because we have a wonderful indie sponsor for this episode. It's the lovely folks over at Gamera Games. Their latest product, Mercury Abbey, was just recently released on Steam, and a mystery is afoot. I gotta say, it's been a good time to be a gamer if you're a fan of detective work. Mercury Abbey has players exploring a creepy old mansion in hopes of solving its many mysteries. Take control of Herod and Willie as they try to save a newly cursed world. The manor and its inhabitants are brought to life not only through lovely writing, but also gorgeous pixel art graphics, which are always a favorite of mine. Now I know at least some of you are into this whole furry business as of late, even if you won't admit it, and hey, I ain't judging. Well, furry fans, if this footage didn't already make it obvious, this might be the perfect game for you. Fusing those classic mystery novel elements into the story, Mercury Abbey is a complex world that is ruled by animals. It's like the animal kingdom, maybe? An evil curse lingers over Mercury Abbey, where strange happenings seem to be an everyday occurrence. Even worse, the curse is spreading rapidly. Oh no, I feel cursed already! A legendary society known as the Fairies rules the night, and now you'll need to piece together all of the missing clues in order to put an end to the curse forever. Not only are there a wide variety of characters which all feature fascinating backstories and motives, but players can also expect tons of collectible items and even hidden secrets and achievements. Having already released just a few weeks ago, players are already raving about Mercury Abbey, as it has received very positive reviews across the board. Gamers are loving the fascinating story, wonderful pixel art, and intense world building, along with the engaging puzzles. Get on your detective cap and use our link in the description box below to nab yourself a copy of the game today. See if you can solve the case. I have faith that you will. Once again, a very special thank you to Gamera Games for sponsoring this video. Please use that handy dandy link below, and you know what time it is, everyone. That's right, on to the indies. This week is starting out with a bang, folks, or I guess I should say a blast, as ANTONBLAST releases on December 3rd. Some of you may recall 2019's Anton Ball Deluxe, Summit Sphere's previous release. I had a ton of fun with this brick breaker meets platformer, and I've been hyped to check out ANTONBLAST since I first ran into it at PAX East. The retro vibes are strong with this title as you make your way through frantically fast levels, defeat ridiculous bosses, and find secrets galore. Use your dynamite hammer to destroy everything in your path as you take in the zany, colorful landscapes. If you're a fan of the art direction of titles such as Wario Land, or in the indie scene, Pizza Tower, along with classic platforming gameplay, this is a title you should add to your wishlist immediately. Also, be sure to check out our full review right here at I Dream of Indie Games. Whew, all that explosive action really got my heart pumping, so let's keep the excitement going with a new 2v2 fighting game releasing the same day. Diesel Legacy: The Brazen Age is the latest contender in the fighting game scene where you and up to 3 other players can duke it out on screen in stylish fashion. Battle across 3 lanes and build up your meltdown meter to maximize the carnage. Teamwork makes the dream work in Diesel Legacy, as you'll be able to assist your comrade, helping them to navigate out of tight spots, and even revive them from a knockout, if you have the skills of course. Are you ready to battle it out in the Brazen Age? I'm not sure if it's the hand-drawn animation or my love of fighting games, but either way, I'm sold. Put up your dukes on the 3rd. Alright, we won't stop the excitement entirely, but it might be time to cool it down for a bit. Perhaps put some of these action-packed indies on ice for a moment as we check out Slopecrashers from Byte Parrot. It's been a little while since I took to the slopes for some arcade action, but I've always enjoyed shredding digital snow. Cool borders, anyone? In Slopecrashers, you can grab yourself a local buddy or play online with friends as you take control of a band of gnarly animals and shred your way to victory. There are tons of game modes available, from races to battles and even stunt competitions, so there will always be some fresh snow to play in. But Slopecrashers doesn't just limit itself to snow. That's right, you can even slide and glide through cities, deserts, and more. Now that's cool. Check it out when it releases on December 4th, just in time for winter. Also releasing on December 4th, how about a little bullet hell roguelike action? Entropy Survivors is a prequel to 2023's Shoulder of Giants, but the developers have assured fans that this new title will stand out on its own. I knew these characters looked familiar to me. Entropy Survivors can be enjoyed single-player or in up to 4-player online co-op. Operate a sword-swinging mech once more while your froggy friend blasts down foes. This will be a bit of a mind freak, however, as you need to control both characters at once. The game will feature an insane assortment of weapons and enemies, as well as various classes to choose between. And fear not, you won't need to have played Shoulder of Giants to digest the plot here. Just blow stuff up, it's simple really. Entropy Survivors will launch on Xbox and PlayStation consoles, as well as PC. Craving a classic RPG this week? Well, have I got the game for you. The Edge of Allegoria not only features amazing-looking retro Game Boy visuals, but also classic turn-based combat. And of course, retro visuals means a retro challenge. The Edge of Allegoria will feature tough encounters that will have you grinding like Tony Hawk. The world of Allegoria is massive, full of secrets to discover and adventures to partake in. Featuring a wide assortment of enemies and bosses, an epic narrative also awaits players. In a strange twist, players are able to harvest body parts of defeated foes in order to acquire wealth. With over 100 foes to topple, 15 main dungeons, and countless gear combinations, The Edge of Allegoria looks like an epic RPG to play over the holidays. Time to step out of the caverns of early access because Caves of Qud is launching into version 1.0 this week. This self-proclaimed science fantasy roguelike looks intense, offering an amazing world for players to explore. Exotic locations are full of fascinating plants and different forms of life, and the game can be approached however you wish. Walls can be destroyed in a variety of ways, creatures that you discover are all unique, and you can even grow strong bonds between these creatures. The game isn't just about exploration either, as there is combat here, and RPG-like quests for you to tackle. Based on how ambitious it all sounds, it's no wonder that this title was in early access so long, but wait no longer. For all you VR lovers out there, here's a reason to step out of the real world for a while and enter Skydance's BEHEMOTH. This dark fantasy title features an entirely new story taking place in the Forsaken Lands. You'll take control of Ren the Hunter, who is tasked with battling against evil forces and ending an ungodly curse. Didn't we already talk about curses in this video? Yeah, it's a pretty common theme in video games, isn't it? Anyways, take down behemoths like never before with this VR title coming to us from the same creators of The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners, a game that made me shit myself on more than one occasion. Battle your way through 4 different biomes and see if you can survive. Get too scared? Just take the headset off and snap back into reality. Maybe get your blood pressure and heart rate checked before playing this one. Definitely not what I would call indie, but certainly niche like most VR. Looks good. Chop chop, on to the next indie release. It's Uncle Chop's Rocket Shop, also coming in for a landing on December 5th. I'm not sure if Uncle Chop is going to honor all of those Cyber Monday or Small Business Saturday deals going on this week, but what I do know is that this game is a roguelike rocket repair simulation title where you'll play as a mechanic on a service station, repairing spaceships with a whole host of tools, applying upgrades, communicating with all manner of odd patrons and creatures, and perhaps most importantly, trying not to die in a fiery blaze. But aren't we all? Uncle Chop's Rocket Shop claims to have some deep lore to uncover and looks like a riot for fans of simulation games. Full speed ahead to your wish list, I'd say. Ah, an orchestra-themed precision platformer? That sounds like music to my ears. Sunny Peak is releasing Symphonia on December 5th, a gorgeous-looking and sounding platformer that will put all of your skills to the test as you attempt to restore life and energy to the realm of Symphonia. Playing as the mysterious masked Philemon, you'll use your violin to access new areas and maneuver through treacherous obstacles as you recruit new members of the orchestra. Symphonia even has an original symphonic soundtrack written and recorded exclusively for the game. Are you up to the musical challenge? The hits just keep coming on the 5th, this time in the form of Mythwrecked, Ambrosia Island. For some reason, all I can think of is Ambrosia salad. You know, the creamy pinkish stuff some random family member from the South brings to Thanksgiving dinner? That's not what this game is about, though. Mythwrecked features a protagonist that becomes shipwrecked on an island that just so happens to be home to the gods of Greek mythology. I guess my pink salad is on another island. Befriend the gods and build relationships with them. Search for treasures and return their prized possessions. Return the island of Ambrosia to its former glory in this colorful and emotional adventure when it drops this week. Stop right there. Do you know how fast you were going through this video? 2 times playback speed, huh? That's a ticket for reckless watching. Your penalty? Check out Highway Police Simulator when it pulls over onto a PC or console near you. If you've ever wondered what it would be like to be an American police officer on duty, now's your chance to take the wheel of the squad car. And it even includes an actual story with cases to solve, so you're not just mindlessly completing a list of tasks. Driving police cars and helicopters, keeping the roads safe from traffic, and even a morality system based on your own decisions await you when Highway Police Simulator drops on the 5th. Perhaps you've heard of I Am Bread, but have you heard of I Am Cat? If you haven't, that's because it's just releasing now on December 5th. This VR title puts you behind the paws of a deviant little feline in a sandbox-style adventure where anything goes. This isn't your average house cat, however, as Kitty will need to cook, solve puzzles, and either befriend or terrorize the sweet little granny that owns you. You know, as cats do. This silly little title definitely doesn't look like it takes itself very seriously, and that's the kind of stress-free gaming I really need this time of year. Our next title is inspired by Jeffrey Landis' 1988 short story Ripples in the Dirac Sea and Roger Zelazny's 1969 novel Lord of Light. With such literary inspirations, would you expect that we're talking about a game with third-person multiplayer combat? Ripple in the Dirac Sea is also releasing on the 5th and features tons of gameplay modes sure to suit any online multiplayer fans' tastes, each with 10 to 25 minute matches. Squad extraction, solo extraction, and even a 3v3 arena, it's all here. Fight against Vikings, Valkyries, and Norse beasts for loot, all while honing your skills to face off against bosses. There is a ton of content here and unique environments to explore, making this a very intriguing product. Our next title was originally released on consoles earlier this year and is now coming to PC. It's Nikoderiko, The Magical World, dropping on the 6th. As a huge fan of Donkey Kong Country, Rayman, Crash Bandicoot, and pretty much any classic platformer under the sun, I'm really excited to give Nikoderiko a shot. The trailer alone is giving me some serious Crash Bandicoot vibes, and I can't emphasize this enough, it has a soundtrack from the man, the myth, the legend, the GOAT of gaming soundtracks, David Wise. That alone is enough for me to want to play this one. It doesn't hurt that it also features a single player or couch co-op option. Sold! Rounding out a surprisingly full week in early December, Spire Horizon Online is last but certainly not least. Lots of different genres this week, and we're closing it out with an MMORPG. Spire Horizon Online lets you play as a skeleton on a quest to save a capybara. Okay, that's a weird premise, but I'm into it. These skeleton warriors were brought to life by an ancient magic in order to save the world of Etheria. It might sound strange, but don't let that fool you. There's some deep skill progression here, tons of classes, and over 150 different monsters to face. Grab some skeletal online friends and set out on an adventure together when Spire Horizon Online releases on the 6th. And that's gonna do it for this week. We hope you found the next indie of your dreams. Keep it locked to I Dream of Indie Games for reviews of some of these and so much more content right here at the channel. Voice to the voiceless.